Constructors come and go, drivers rise and fall. But even as politics change and history moves on, the spirit of competition burns as strongly as it ever has. Welcome back then to Formula One, as battle is joined at the summit of motorsport once again. The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones, and watch out for overtakes into turn 2 as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson, and give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for me is whether or not we're going to see the cars able to follow each other closely enough to overtake, especially through the fast sections here. Of course, we've got DRS, and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Esteban Gutierrez lines up on pole position, and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Vettel, Verstappen, Massa, Grosjean and Sergio Perez, Hülkenberg, Alonso, Jenson Button and Sainz, Bottas, Wehrlein, Felipe Nasser and Kevin Magnussen, Haryanto and Ericsson, Daniel Kvyat and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Hey, it's Yakashi, and this time we're playing the F1 2020 game. Yes, you saw nothing? Yes. And let's go for the formation over here. Oh yeah. Looks like Rosberg has overtaken us. But we're gonna skip this half because that was this end. And away we go. I think that's not a good start. Definitely not a good start. Oh, and the rock is there. Oof. And away we go for the first try. This time I keep it on the outside and so yeah. I am racing on master difficulty. I turned it up since the last video. So let's see where we can finish. I picked a bit faster car. I mean like just above the back marker of the car stuff. So far it's surprising that I'm pulling away from them since they are in way faster cars and I turned up the AI, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Fastest lap, but then again I'm the one who finished the lap first, so it's obviously gonna be me. On this lap you will see who's the fastest actually. Had a small walk-up right there. Looks like I'm pulling really far away. I might need to turn up the AI for the next race. Looks like I can change the strategy here. But I think I'm gonna keep the one I have already. Yeah, on lap 3. Lap 3. I'm gonna go a lap later, cause the race is quite short, so the tire wear is like increased. And I want to spend a bit more time on the softer compound of tires, because this is the softest compound of tires.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Well, it's like the red ones, like the Hamilton has. He has like a bit harder compounds, but they will last longer, so he can go in like 5 laps or something. And absolutely brilliant braking stuff by me. I mean, the only thing that I braked is the car and track limit. I don't know how the fuck the stewards think. I just run wide and they just give me a penalty. Well, not a penalty, but a warning, so it's closer for a penalty to me now. Way too much on that curve right there, that's why I slid. Now I'm gonna go on to the soft compound of tires, which will be the hardest compounds of tires, meaning the slowest one. Ooh, that's wide. What's coming for the first time? A bit of a lockup, but it's fine this time.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
A fast stop by the boys. Ricciardo has already pitted. He will be one of the top guys as well. He tried to undercut me, but this time undercut worked on him.
Run in this engine mode much longer. We're only about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
The issue is you see these guys, they are basically the traffic cars. They are way slower than me, so they will help me up a lot. Whilst like someone in the front can pull away, that's their strategy. So they will pull away, they will not have this amount of traffic that I will have. But seems like undercut usually works, but we will see. Because sometimes overcut might work in the strategy. I'm just going for the moves right now. Oh shit. Keep it.
Let me know you're okay.
No. I got sent to the army. This time they're side by side actually. Quite fun. Especially when you're driving. Really was worried that I might tap him there on the squeeze him on the inside and tap him there. Because that's what's super close.
0.6 seconds.
Oh, that was close. The first time I managed to avoid that. And the first time I took that corner.
Overtaking. Reduce your pace.
And there's a safety car. Which is kind of ruining my strategy right now. Because the guys at the front can just pit now. So it just ended my strategy really. So we won't need to. So I will no longer need my big brain for strategy, I will just need to push. Or Jeff's big brain. No, the guy, you saw him at the beginning. That's the guy there. Now I got a hit of the tires. I was sitting behind this guy. Okay, I skipped the safety car, so here we are. It's about to come in.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The
Tires are cold, that's not good.
when the field accelerates,
Really need to heat them up.
no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Because of the safety car, I will really need to attack now. The safety car helped me save a bit of tires, but then again I lost a lot of track positions. So I'm just gonna send. Really just being aggressive here, trying to make up the time I lost underneath that. But that will be huge. Look at the package here. Walking up right there. Nearly had an Lewis Hamilton and Alexander Albon moment there.
Hamilton has just taken the lead.
Or Sergio Perez and Albon. If you watch the Grand Prix, you know. You better know. If you don't, then just like watch the race highlights on the F1 channel. They're short, so they're like 10 minutes, so you can watch them.
Gap to car in front is 2.0 seconds.
Now the issue is that I dropped positions, so these guys in front of me are shit ton faster than me. So I'm just having to try to bring the car somewhere. Hopefully more up, but I will not have the pace as them. So it's pretty much just trying to defend from here on out. Had a bit of squabble one hole there.
Some information on Ericsson. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Lewis Hamilton says the fastest lap of the race. DRS enabled. Oh heck. They are about to pull away from me now. They quick. Me slow. How do you rate this 10 out of 10 commentary, right? You know, just sitting quiet and to start stalling like they fast, me slow. Professional commentary here. Probably never heard anything like this before. Cause it's just so good.
Fuel to mix
The shit you wanna hear totally. Yes.
The distance to the leader is 2.5 seconds. The gap to teammate is 6.9.
And they have collided. And I can just take the lead here. Oh yeah. We are winning. But I have no fuel. Now that's the issue here. If I would have saved fuel, probably nothing will change. it's hard to attack with this car anymore because there's a lack of fuel. Like there's nearly 0.40 laps, so but it's not enough if you turn the engine up, and Hamilton just sends it, but I just switch back his ass. Oh yes, and Vettel just takes him as well, whilst I run on grass just watching them. That's what professionals do, and spinner.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
5 laps to go, but I have no fuel, and I'm in a slow car comparison to them. So looks like my time has come of leading the race. Top 10 saddest moments in anime. Vettel just pushing me on the straight. I barely could even stop for this one. I ran a bit wide, but managed to stop. But it's about to end here. Still trying to send it, but without fuel, it's pretty difficult. The thing is, I have the same engine as him in the Ferrari, but yeah, my car's still slow. And you know, it's such shit. And there goes Vettel. And I'm out of fuel and spin out. And there goes Vettel. And I just understeer into this. Hamilton has a look.
Some information on Ericsson. It seems they fixed whatever the problem was and coming back up to speed. We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass him.
Car not fast. Me slow. Very slow. I definitely need to redo this race with the hardest AI.
There's 3 laps of fuel.
If you understand what I mean. Hamilton just takes us both. Whilst Vettel is still on the inside. I try to go the outside and just get sent to the grass realm. And Bottas overtakes me as well, and I'm just off the podium. And I know your boy is big mad, but he's out of fuel as well, because he big mad. Exceeding track limits to gain speed, or in my case slowness, and penalty, potentially, most likely, and the spin.
The gap to the car ahead is 1.3 seconds.
What I'm blaming on this race is that the safety car, it really just ruined my race. Safety car just ruined the strategy for me, but I should have expected the car, because it almost comes out almost every race, even though the damage is turned off in this race. No, there's like reduced damage, so there is one, but You really need to just yeet it into a wall real hard in order to break the car. A small amount. Because the simulation damage is like you touch a curb and the car just flies off into the distance. Okay, it's not that bad, but you get the idea. Otherwise I here would be doing this for a billion years. You can really see the tire wear now, as the car was slippery all around. I knew the car was a bit slippery, especially on the rear, but it felt like very catchable, so it was like the best. As long as it's like catchable, it's good enough. It still had a few spinalas, but that's not that bad. I actually managed to get a pole up on this car. I actually recorded the qualifying, but the video was like nearly an hour, so I decided no, because I'm not gonna commentate for that long. I'm just not gonna. I don't care if you want, cause I don't want. Cause I don't know what to say even for most of this time right now. So I'm just talking something that comes to mind first. And all of the time I'm trying to find out what comes to mind first. As you can see, I'm running out of fuel again. Because that came to mind first. Because of that red flashing light there. Really trying to push it to get the butt hot, but you just can't. The tire wear is pretty much through the roof at this point, so the car is super slippery, and there's no fuel.
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson.
Thank you all for watching,
That's got to
and
be the flying
that's it.
V. Wait, how many flying Vs
Before
have
it
we
is,
got? Anyway,
nothing
I'm
else.
talking about Bottas this time.
Wish I
Certainly
could
plenty
have
more
fought for
speed
something
and a
more up,
good job
but
in traffic as well.
Well, what a weekend
yeah,
that has been.
that's all
Please
I
join us
wish.
next time
I
for
should be
another
more skilled in
thrilling
order to do
instalment
so.
of this Formula One season.
Goodbye.